Imagine for a moment that the quiet, unassuming gadget tucked behind your TV, the one you barely notice anymore, is on the verge of transforming into the beating heart of your entire household. Picture this little black box evolving into something so profound that it reshapes your evenings with binge-worthy shows, elevates your gaming sessions to epic levels, and even streamlines the chaos of your daily routines. You're likely raising an eyebrow right now, whispering to yourself, "The Apple TV? That forgotten stepchild of Apple's lineup." And honestly, I get it. Skepticism is a natural response here. What do you think? Could this really be the sleeper hit we've overlooked? Drop a comment below and let me know your take. For so long, the Apple TV 4K has held court as the undisputed king of streaming devices, but only if you didn't mind shelling out for that signature Apple polish. Crystal clear visuals, lightning quick performance, and an interface so sleek it felt like gliding through silk. These were its hallmarks. Yet, truth be told, it always played second fiddle, a refined indulgence rather than a must-have lifeline. That narrative, though, it's shifting dramatically. The stakes in your living room have skyrocketed by 2025, where streaming giants like Netflix and Hulu are just the opening act. Now, it's all about weaving in artificial intelligence, orchestrating a symphony of smart home devices, and delivering console-grade thrills right from your couch. Apple, the patient architect behind the scenes, is stepping into the spotlight at last. This isn't idle gossip. It's the inevitable crescendo of 5 years of meticulous groundwork, with every clue aligning like stars in a night sky. Buckle up, because we're unraveling the tale of the Apple TV 4K for 2025, and I promise, this isn't merely a refresh. It's the spark that ignites a living room renaissance. So, what flipped the switch? Why is Apple suddenly showering the Apple TV with the love it craves? The old script was predictable. Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and Google Chromecast ruled the roost as affordable workhorses. Functional, sure, but laced with data-hungry trackers and intrusive ads plastered everywhere, their remotes feeling like afterthoughts from a dollar store. Apple, ever the outlier, offered a sanctuary, ad-free bliss, blistering speed, and seamless ties to its ecosystem. But it remained at its core a dedicated streamer, elegant yet earthbound. Fast forward to 2025, and the landscape pulses with urgency. Start with a smart home debacle, a tangled web of incompatibilities, where your Alexa-compatible bulb snubs your Google thermostat, and your app-dependent lock demands its own digital fiefdom. It's a recipe for exasperation. The Matter protocol promised unity, laying the foundational pipes, but it lacks a commanding intellect, a fortified, whisper-quiet command center that orchestrates it all without prying into your whispers for profit. Then there's gaming, where boundaries are dissolving like mist at dawn. Apple's M-Series silicon already breathes life into blockbuster titles like Resident Evil Village and Death Stranding on iPads and Macs, while Apple Arcade swells with promise. But squinting at masterpieces on a pocket-sized screen, that's a tease, not the triumph. The true glory unfolds on a sprawling 65-inch OLED canvas, enveloped in immersive sound, as you sink into your sofa. Apple sees the living room as the untamed territory in their gaming odyssey, not a foothold, but full dominion. And looming largest? AI, the invisible force threading through every corner of our lives. It's no longer a novelty, it's a conductor. Whispers from supply chains and code teardowns aren't hinting at a modest A18 processor. No, they're heralding an M-Series powerhouse. Envision an M2 or bespoke M3 variant, the very lineage fueling MacBook Airs that sculpt 4K footage, unravel intricate algorithms, and forge virtual realms. Why embed laptop-level muscle in a set-top box, you ask? Because that box is shedding its skin. It's transcending. With an M-Series heart, doors swing open to realms unimagined. First, unbridled velocity. Bid farewell to the judders plaguing lesser smart TVs, or even the occasional hiccup in today's Apple TV during a frantic 4K rewind. It's poetry in motion. Menus blooming instantly, apps launching like thoughts, transitions as effortless as breath. It won't mimic a TV OS. It'll echo the iPad Pro's grace, alive and anticipatory. But velocity is merely the prelude. The symphony swells with AI, courtesy of a neural engine boasting 1632, or Beyond Core's hone for machine marvels. Envision settling in for a nostalgic 1080p rerun of Friends on Max, charming but dated. The new Apple TV doesn't passively stream. It awakens, dissecting frames on the fly. AI alchemy sharpens edges with surgical precision, banishes grain like a digital eraser, vivifies hues, and elevates it to flawless 4K splendor. It's remastering artistry, democratized. Grainy YouTube clips reborn, cherished family reels polished perfection. Even live cable feeds glowing on your prize display. Deeper still, Siri sheds its scripted shell for something sentient. No rote commands like cue up Stranger Things. Try this. Siri, hunt down that fresh sci-fi flick from last month. The robot saga folks compare to Blade Runner. Instead of a sterile roster, it intuits. Trends, your viewing tapestry. The cultural pulse. Ah, echoes of neon, that's your vibe. Renderable now in the Apple TV app. Trailer first. This is AI as confidant, intuitive, attuned, anticipatory. Processing locally on that M-Series Fortress for ironclad privacy. No echoes of your fireside chats fueling ad auctions. Apple's Fortress First ethos shines as its crown jewel. And herein lies the thunderclap. Gaming. The Apple TV 4K 2025 isn't evolving. It's erupting as an undercover console, undercutting PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X in price while matching their fury. That M-Series beast isn't idling for interfaces or enhancements. It's primed for ray trace radiance, buttery 4K at soaring frames. Capcom epics, Kojima visions, all those Mac-bound blockbusters. Find their throne in your den. Apple Arcade ascends from whimsical diversions to a vault of vast open-world sagas, pulse-pounding arenas, and cinematic odysseys. The genius? No $70 doorbusters, just a seamless subscription weave into Apple One, bundling tunes, film storage, and console conquests into one effortless fee. Sony and Microsoft, brace yourselves. Apple isn't joining the fray. It's rewriting the battlefield one living room at a time. We've glimpsed the intellect in that M-Series core, the spirit in an AI-infused tvOS. Likely version 19, a generational leap. The State app Mosaic, a relic by dawn. The reborn home screen pulses with vitality, a mirror to your world. Power on, and it's not a sterile lineup. It's you, front and center. A unified, continue watching ribbon harvesting from Netflix, Disney+, Hulu, YouTube, sans the app leapfrog drudgery. Flanking it, a fluid widget realm. Your home feed unveiling the porch in real time. Your calendar whispering the day's opener. Your photo gallery unfurling a vacation vignette. AI upscaled to breathtaking clarity. All orchestrated by that evolved Siri. Ever at the ready, scoop the remote murmur. Something to make me laugh. And behold, a bespoke row materializes, not generic laughs, but tailored treasures. Drawing from your Ted Lasso fandom, it surfaces uplifting ensemble gems. A Paramount picture, a Peacock series, a Netflix one-off. This Apple TV doesn't hunt content. It anticipates your cravings, eclipsing the scroll of despair and the eternal what now? Debate. This prescience permeates the smart home, positioning the Apple TV as the unyielding thread border router and Matter Maestro, the bedrock of your connected realm. Midway through a shadowy thriller's climax, it senses a mood, cueing your lights to a hush without a whisper of setup. Utter Siri. Lights out. And it's no mere blackout. A ritual unfolds, screen fades, door secure, climate cools, corridors soften to a night-like glow. At last, the smart home's vow redeemed, not a jumble of orphans, but harmonious, intuitive envelope. The Apple TV, it's the maestro, baton in hand, harmonizing the chorus. All right, we've savored the silicon surge, the AI awakening, the interface alchemy, the veiled console might. But let's address the elephant in the cushions, the remote. Oh, what a saga it's been. From the original's infuriatingly sleek, couch-devouring enigma to the silver savior with its tactile click and mute mercy. Solid progress, yet flaws linger. Pint-size for vanishing acts, that off-kilter Siri perch an ergonomic oddity. For 2025, Apple doesn't iterate, they illuminate. Strong signals point a Find My woven into its very soul, no feeble chirp, but a UWB beacon of precision. Summon your iPhone's Find My, and an arrow guides you unerringly. 3.4 feet into the abyss, crisis averted, domestic harmony restored. The Siri summon relocates to the fore, a thumb-haven concave icon, intuitive even in midnight murk. Enter the wild card, a programmable star, your command key. Map it to Netflix's Glow, your movie night ambience ritual, or your go-to sports stream. Effortless, yours to mold, a shortcut to joy. And the whisper on every forum? Haptics. Scrub a scene and your thumb dances with frame-by-frame pulses, a Taptic symphony mirroring iPhone finesse or MacBook tactility. Precision incarnate, unmatched in the wild. The mind, the essence, the grip, mastered. But the form? For 15 years, the Apple TV's been a discreet obsidian disc, reliable yet retiring, content in shadows. What if 2025 defies the veil? Patents whisper of converged wonders. Envision not a box, but revelation. Apple TV fused with HomePod splendor, a soundbar silhouette regal beneath your screen. Within, HomePod-grade drivers unleash spatial symphonies, banishing the quest for standalone speakers. Nestled 2, the M-Series might, tvOS wizardry, the full streaming saga. One chord, one artifact, one triumph of form. Your setup streamlined, audio exalted, video peerless. A masterstroke, rendering Apple TV indispensable for audiophiles, not just cinephiles. And one final flourish, the enigma that binds it all. Recall iPhone as Mac webcam sorcery? Now, transplant that to your TV. Sans phone tether. What if the soundbar cradles a 4K gaze? FaceTime blooms native on the grand canvas. Center stage trailing your roam. Family gatherings vivid and vast. Beyond calls, its watchful wisdom. Strident, it's greeted. Morning, 9 a.m. huddle awaits 75 and sun-kissed skies. Fitness Plus? Transcendent. The lens critiques your 4 mid-lunge or Lotus. Cues flashing live. This triad, streaming titan, sonic sanctuary, perceptive eye, is the analyst's long prophesied pinnacle, the living room's lodestar. No mere Apple TV, it's Apple Home embodied. There stands the blueprint. Apple TV 4K 2025, a Mac's vigor, an AI oracle's insight, a console's fire, a soundbar's embrace purging clutter with spatial embrace, a camera's bridge mending miles. A remote refined, find my forge against cushioned conquests. A tvOS reborn, proactive and personal, banishing browse fatigue for bespoke bliss. This is Apple's imperative. The device destiny demands. The riddles? Timing and toll. Clues converge on a fall 2025 or spring 2026 unveiling. The linchpin to their seasonal suite? iPhone to Mac in tow. Cost? The Puck Redux with M-Mite lingers near $149. Premium poise, upgrade allure. The Grail incarnate, that hybrid marvel? $399 to $499 territory. Apple's Lux domain. $500 for an Apple TV? A gasp escapes, but pause. PlayStation 5 mirrors it. A worthy soundbar tallies thrice that. Elite streaming's $150. A privacy pure hub, $100. Totality? This polymath, laced with Apple's gleam, seclusion, synergy. $500 isn't audacious. It's an invitation. 15 years of shadowed strategy at Chess Odyssey. And with Apple TV 4K 2025, it's not check, it's checkmate. The essential era dawns at last. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.